souls, living life on the edge, no regrets, no control.
Hello, and welcome back to Soulmates Twin Flames Tarot. I'm Sophia, and I'm here with Sarah.
Hello.
And we've gotten a lot of emails asking questions about why a twin flame ignores you, ghosts, and or blocks you. These three behaviors of ghosting, ignoring, and blocking often go together, and the reasons are often the same. So we thought we'd cover it all in one shot. You would think for someone to block you, ghost you, or ignore you, you would have to have done something or said something really, really bad. It really is a cold and, dare I say, rude and cowardly thing to do to someone if they haven't done something atrocious to you. Right, Sarah?
Totally agree.
Ugh.
Like Sophia said, if someone did or said something truly unforgivable, something way over the top, and you just chose never to speak to them again and just cut them off from reaching out to you, that's fair enough. However, when it comes to twin flame relationships, rarely does the twin flame that is the victim of ghosting, blocking, or ignoring actually did something worthy of such treatment. We hear from so many clients asking us in their readings to find out what they did that was so horrible that made their twin flame just cut them out of their lives like this. And believe it or not, in more cases than not, the answer is they didn't do or say anything. Okay, sure, their twin flame may give them a air quote reason at some point, but it's really nonsense. You don't trash a relationship, especially one with such a deep spiritual connection, over something trivial or a misunderstanding.
Absolutely. So something trivial shouldn't be a deal breaker at all in a relationship with a twin flame. There's more to it, and we're going to get into it right now. Let me start out by saying we have noticed a pattern with all the readings we've done on twin flames. Rarely, if ever, have we seen two twin flames meet and be equally spiritually evolved. It's usually one that is a bit, and usually quite a bit more spiritually evolved than the other. Sadly, the more evolved twin is the one who has the rougher time, because their less spiritually evolved twin causes all kinds of chaos. Sure, at first you both jumped into it with both feet, enjoying the connection and everything that comes along with it. But at some point, the less evolved twin is triggered by fear and has to make a choice to either work on that fear and that trigger or to react to it. In most cases, they react to it, and their reactions cause a lot of damage.
Yeah, it could be something like past hurt from, past romantic relationships. It could be dysfunctional family dynamics that have come to the surface. And these past relationships may still be a bad influence on them presently. And they may feel unworthy of this love and this connection between the two of you. They were shown in past toxic relationships that love doesn't last, and that loving someone sets you up for getting hurt, like really hurt. Now, those past relationships don't have the same intense emotions that the two of you share. So although they may have been hurt in the past, getting hurt by you would be a whole new level of hurt that they've not experienced before, and they really don't want to know what that's going to feel like.
I mean, they could have a fear of abandonment from a parent or even from a past relationship where their partner broke up with them all the time or threatened to. They never have stability. They've never had security, and they have a hard time having faith that this time with you, things would be different. They may have never had, and still don't, someone they could have a healthy conversation with about their fears, even a therapist, so they go back and forth with their happiness and desire to be with you, and their fear of all that could go wrong. Unfortunately, fear often wins out.
I'm so glad your cat is abused by
she's contributing her 2 cents worth.
Well, there you go. She's feeling some kind of way. Anywho, the first thing to remember is it's not you. Yes, you are the victim of what they're doing to you, but this really has nothing to do with you, meaning you didn't cause, them to, act this way by doing or saying something that was wrong. It would be great if you could talk things out with them, but instead, they've shut you down completely. They are, not far enough along on their spiritual journey to have that open dialogue with you. And here is their first lesson, really. And unfortunately, they chose to avoid it rather than face it head on. Will they regret it? Yes, they will. They may not outwardly show it, but they will. Just because they shut down all ways to communicate with them, they can't get you out of their mind or cut the connection either. It may have seemed like it was so easy for them to do, but it won't be easy for them to go through. They will try and do anything and everything to distract themselves and to get their mind off of you, but it won't work. Feelings and thoughts are not just something you can shut on and off like a light bulb. No one has that ability. I mean, think about it. If it was that easy, wouldn't you do it so you could stop the pain? Of course you would. But you can't, and neither can they. Always remember that.
So ghosting, ignoring, and blocking usually come up when an opportunity for growth and change comes. This could be the scenario we just described, or it could be something like it was time for them to make a real commitment to you, or it could be that it was time for them to end a relationship they were in prior to you. It could come at a time when your relationship is moving toward another level, like moving in together. Again, they may pick a fight with you or give you an incredibly lame reason for going MIA, if they say anything at all before they ghost, ignore, or block you. But again, don't take the bait. Don't fall for it. It is not your fault. It really isn't about you. It is about them. This is a coping mechanism for them, as their emotions and fears are all over the place. But they will regret it, like Sarah said. And they won't be able to block it out of their minds and block you out of their minds. When they settle down to go to sleep, everything comes flooding back to them. This is why you may have a hard time yourself when you settle down for sleep. Or they may also invade your dreams.
Now, the time frames of ignoring, ghosting, and blocking, of course, vary from couple to couple. It could be days, weeks, and don't shoot the messenger, but it can be even years. Often it is the bigger the issue that they have, the longer the time frame that they, go MIA. Some twin flames, because the emotions run so high, have temper tantrums where for any and every argument, they immediately block each other on social media and on their phones, or one of them does it. And these are usually very short time frames. But this is a symptom of a bigger problem that needs to be addressed. A lesson is being missed here, and it's time for growth, because childish behavior like this needs to stop before this becomes a set pattern of behavior that is going to be really difficult to break the longer it goes on. It's also really disrespectful of the twin flame connection to be behaving like this. Stop having the same arguments over and over and learn how to communicate rather than just shutting the communication down.
Sometimes you get ignored or ghosted or blocked as a way of getting you to back off. You may be pushing, and not in a bad way, for your twin flame to step up to the plate by making a change beneficial to your relationship. And ignoring you, ghosting you, or blocking you is their response. Please stand your ground. In cases like this, it is safe to say you are the more spiritually evolved of the two of you, and they need to follow your lead, as opposed to you letting them avoid the change that you know and they know they need to make. It's hard, but this is your lesson. You may be afraid of confrontation. You may have fears of your own that you need to face. Either way, regardless of what your lesson is, one of you has to start the learning process. And by backing down, neither of you learn squat.
If you're being ignored, blocked, or ghosted, try and let go of some of the obsessing, of what your twin flame is doing and when and if they're going to come back and, all that stuff, and make the changes you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Focus on yourself. Like, what part in this have you played? What is this stirring up and bringing up in you? Leave them to do their inner work and focus on your own inner work. Instead of falling apart, dedicate yourself again to reaching your goals. Don't get off your spiritual path. Keep meditating or whatever it is that you're doing and stay connected to the universe. Do some affirmations. See a therapist if you think it'll benefit you, especially if you want, your twin flame to see a therapist. Sometimes if you go first, you can be like a gateway where they see what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, and the benefits from that. And now they're more prone to do that as well. Take care of yourself and allow yourself however long you need to get control of your feelings. And don't let anyone push you or tell you, you need to move on and get over this stuff with your twin flame. You do what's right for you.
Absolutely. And that is all we have for today. And if you have any questions, ideas for a future video or podcast, or want to help others by sharing your experience, please leave a comment in the comments section if you're seeing this on YouTube. You can find Sarah and myself on our website, soulmatetwinflamegurus.com, where you can get your own psychic reading, and you have links to all of our social media there, as well as to our YouTube channel. And please like this video and subscribe to our channel. And that's all we have for today. Have a great day. Bye, Sarah.
Bye.